Well, good morning. It's a pretty great morning today for us. Well, no, not really. We got ourselves a pivot that broke down. I received a text in the middle of the night. So I'm kind of getting here in a hurry, trying to figure out what's wrong. It's probably just puddling water here at one spot. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong, why it's not running. There's the pivot. Gonna climb out of my truck here. Gonna climb on top of here. Gonna see if the pivot is crooked, which I'm looking at it, almost doesn't look crooked. It looks like it's fine. Don't know why it turned off. I don't know, I can't find an issue. So I'm gonna go to the pivot and see if I can see anything there that tells me that what's wrong. Yeah, you can definitely tell that it's been puddling water here for a while. All the water has been flowing here, so just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna stick that in the four-wheel drive. Don't want to all of a sudden get stuck. If I get stuck, I'll just have to walk to the pivot, and I really don't want to do that. No, this seems fine. Doesn't seem too muddy. This is not really clay dirt, so even if there's lots of water, you don't really slip. We have a few other fields where the dirt is kind of clay, has lots of clay in it, so it can be just a hair bit wet and it's just completely slimy on top, so you'll always get stuck. But stuff like this, it's water and you can just drive through it, it's fine. So, by the way, would you look at the corn though? It's really nice. It's nice and tall, looks good. We also had some sweet corn right here. One on each side. You can tell that it's a little bit shorter. That's what that is. That's just sweet corn. We picked that ourselves. We ate some a while back. It was really good. So let's see if we can figure out what's wrong. I'm just gonna manually override it, and if there's something wrong, it'll probably be crooked. So then whenever it'll be crooked, then I'll actually be able to see which tower has an issue, and then I'll be able to see what exactly is wrong. Guess if it stays driving, no, I want it to kick off. Turn it back on. Seems like it has electricity, but I'm still gonna open that panel box and check all the fuses just to be on the safe side. I think that should be good enough. Then I'll hop on the back of my truck again and I'll see if I can figure out what the problem is, because I can't seem to figure it out. Oh, actually I see it already. It's the second tower from the pivot. That one has an issue, so it's probably gonna have a motor out. So I'm just going to drive along here where we have a path, and then I'll just put on my rain suit, because I know it's muddy there. You can tell it's been puddling here for a while. It's very muddy. So drive to the second tower, and then I'll just walk over there with my fire tester or voltmeter, whatever some people call it, but then I'll test that, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a motor, maybe a tire. Guess we'll see. And then I'll see if I can fix that tower. All right. Also got to make sure I got my voltmeter, just in case if it's a motor that's out. Possibly it could be a tire. Not sure what it is, but gonna walk here and find out. So it's not this tire. Doesn't look like it's that one either. Gonna have to walk my way through here. Man, it's all wet and muddy. Been puddling here for a couple hours already. I'm trying to fix this as soon as possible. Also looking down here at the drive shafts, these all seem good, so I don't think that's an issue. Just gotta open up this box, test the wires. Maybe it'll just be a motor. You can quickly come and fix it. And another way to tell if the pivot is, or if it's this tower where it's bad, you can tell it is this little nub here is supposed to sit here in the middle. Once this kicks in, the tower is supposed to drive, and you can tell that it's crooked because it's supposed to be driving because it's kicked in and it's not driving. So it's for sure this tower that's the bad one. So the motor checked out fine, and I feel like it's not going to be the motor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my crescent wrench here and I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try turning those drive shafts, and if the drive shafts don't want to turn, that means then the center drive is bad but the motor is good, so then I have to replace the center drive. So that could be an issue. We'll find out here in a second. Man, so look at this. Look how muddy it is. It's ridiculous. And maybe I'll open it a little bit more. I also did feel the motor, and the motor doesn't feel hot. It feels a little bit warm, but not really. Alright, can I just... I think I'm going to put my crescent wrench on there instead. That'll be more reliable. Okay. That looks like it looks fine. Center drive is not bad. Sounds a little funny, but I think it'll be okay. Might be the motor then. I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to, I tested the wires for the motor up there in that box. I'm going to open it here then by the motor directly. I'll test it in there, and if it still doesn't show bad, then it might be a contactor or something that I'll have to do some figuring, see if I can figure it out then. But I guess that's my next source of reasoning. Gonna open that and test it directly, and then I guess then we'll find out. Okay, now I'm officially really confused. This tower works on reverse, just not on forward. Why? I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know why it works on reverse but not on forward. That's just very strange to me. So I'm gonna try putting it back on forward here in a few minutes. See, maybe then it'll work. Who knows? Well, Pivot, I officially want to say thank you for turning off in the middle of the night and puddling water here at one spot for 8 hours just for me to come here and find out that no, you're not broken, you're working just fine, you are great. I don't know why you would do this. It does not make sense. It works just fine. As you can see, it is kicking on every time. You can see these two little things that kind of work together. That one kicks in, then it drives, and if it all of a sudden goes too far past here, it's alignment fault and all that goodness. But well, I don't know why it works fine now. I don't know what the issue could have been. It works fine, drives great, nothing's wrong. It's loud, but I mean, that's fine. That's normal with older center drives, but it's fine, works good. Whatever, gonna check up on the rest of the fields, I guess. And here at one of our peanut fields, and I can see that the end tips are closed. Gotta open that. Yeah, much better. Now we're fixing another well. We pulled it out yesterday and we're putting it back in today. And this well is now fixed. We have it screwed off to around 50 pounds. It's pumping a little over 50 gallons a minute, around 60, 65. There was a 25 horse in here and it was screwed off to well over 100, 130 pounds, maybe even more. So we just downsized it where we could regulate it better. In the beginning of the year, then we could probably have an open flow and it would pump a lot more. But it's the end of the year and it's water levels dropping, so we just put a 10 horse in here instead of anything smaller, because a 5 horse would do 50 gallons, what we're pumping out now. But in the beginning of the year, we could pump out a whole lot more, and then this well would be open flow in the beginning of the year, so that's why we chose a 10 horse instead of a 5. So this well is fixed. We're gonna go find ourselves something else to do. Well, it's time to turn on pivots again. We just turned them off because we found some worms that we needed to spray for, so we got rid of those. We also cleaned off the back of our pump truck. We now have a huge pile of old motors and pumps now again, which one of these days we'll take them into town and get them refixed where we can use them again. There's quite a few different kinds. There's some of the lower, these are all 5, 3, 2, 1 horses. All these are everything bigger than 10 horse, so that's that. I wanted to show you all that. That's a big pile of motors that we have right there. But I'm gonna grab this foliar here and I'm gonna start turning on our pivots again. So I just finished turning on those pivots, and let me show you. Check this out. Look at these beautiful peanuts right here. They look amazing. There's so many of them. I love it. There's even like a little itty bitty ones growing, but these are gonna be ready soon. But all these little pegs right here, as you can see, focus in a little bit, all these pegs, they would have made more peanuts. There's tons of them all over the place. These guys will find the ground and then they'll go into the ground and then make a peanut. But I think at this point the only ones that are still gonna produce anything are anything around anything that size right there. All these, it's too late already. By the time they're trying to make a peanut already, we're probably gonna have a frost. So any of these guys, they won't do anything. But there's tons of them on there. If we had a way later season, probably could get a lot more peanuts out of here. But this is about, we'll probably get a few more out of here. Like some of these smaller ones will continue to grow. But this right here is about what you're gonna see for every plant. This is actually pretty good. If I take one of these, see if I can pop one open. You can tell on the inside, they're practically ready. If you take these, you can actually eat them. Actually pretty good. I'll actually eat like a tons of these every now and then if I want to, but yeah, they're pretty good. You can eat them raw like this if you want, or you can just like, if you want to, you can put them in the oven, roast them. It's pretty good too, but it's a pretty good sized peanut right there. I like it. So right now, what I'm doing, we have a well right over here on this corner of this house right here. We were not getting any more water at the house or at the shop because we have a well right here that gives the shop water for things that we use water around the shop for. Anyways, I got to go in this old building here and I got to figure out what's wrong with the well because the well stopped working. I can never get this door open. This is, oh wow, it's all sorts of broken and old. That does not want to open. Especially doing this one-handed. Oh, I think this door is broken. Well, might have to just shimmy my way through there. This is the whole, oh wow, look at that. That door just wants to fall off. I'll find my way in there. And just as I figured, the motor is out. I was hoping it would just be like an electrical issue with that other pump there. There's a what's it called again? Reservoir tank or whatever you call it. There's that right there. And then there's the thing that kicks it on for the house and everything. But I was hoping it'd just be like a small electrical issue, but it's not. Motor is out, so we do got to pull that well, and we do got to fix it sometime soon. And now I got to figure out my way to get it out of this dang little storage again. And made it out of there. And the well is actually right here underneath this thing. And I believe it used to go into this pot that led to like the pivots and whatnot. But I think we just put this was years ago that we did this. We just put this towards the house, since now there's a house here. So that one day is gonna need to be fixed. There is like PVC pipes in there and whatnot, so it shouldn't be too hard. So we might fix it today yet, maybe another time, we'll see. And we believe that there is only a 1-horse in there, so good thing we have 2 of them. It does also have to be a 2-phase, 230 volts, or odd, I guess 230 odd volts. Can be a little bit less, a little bit more, but it's not 480. So one of these is gonna have to do that if there is a 1-horse in there. If there's not a 1-horse in there, we're gonna have to go get a different one. It cannot be 3-phase, it has to be 2. So well, one of these 2 should work if that's what is in there. So we decided we're not gonna fix that well today. So instead, doing some other little errands, little things here and there. I'm gonna take this tractor now. I'm going to finish what I started last time. I need to do a little bit more lamp plane or leveling there by one area of the field. It's a little bit bumpy there because we had put some dirt there, so I'm gonna level that out. We're gonna fix that well, maybe tomorrow, some other time. We're not really using the water right now, so now it should be fine. For now, I'll finish this odd job. What time is it? It's 5:42. Yeah, I might go home here soon, so I'm gonna go finish leveling that over there and see what else we're gonna do. And now that we are done with this lamp plane, for a while anyway, gotta shift in the park. Anyways, what I'm just gonna do now is I'm just gonna park it here, and the only way that I can unhook these lamp planes is by scooping up a lot of dirt, making a pile or something for it to rest upon. I don't know how well I can make a pile right here, but I'll do my best. We got somewhat of a pile after I get the weeds. And then I just gotta, because there's no jack or anything on these lamp planes, so you kind of gotta just make your own little hill until it works. But anyways, and I know I didn't show you what I was really doing. It was kind of just boring. I was just, for like 10 minutes, I was just leveling out a road that was a little bit bumpy, so that's pretty, not really entertaining or interesting, so that's just what I was doing. So now I'm just gonna unhook it here and then hopefully be able to somehow squeeze this tractor into the shop right there. If not, I'll have to just park it outside, but I'm thinking here, and I don't think it's gonna fit in the shop, so I might have to just park it outside. But I think after that, then that's gonna be it for today. And there you go. That's how you do it. Make a mound, something where it can rest on, which I could probably drive maybe a little bit forward, but no, that'll work. Just like that. Now this is loose. Well, it's supposed to be loose. That's not quite yet, but just gotta disconnect the hydraulic hose and then lower a little more, and that should be good to go. And we're unhooked. I'm not a huge fan of this little T, upside down T bracket that it has to hold it. Every time you want a 3-point hitch hook onto it, someone always has to be here and hold it like this. Just get this pin through here. So someone always has to hold it. This thing will always land forward, and it's always a little bit of a pain to hook onto, but yeah, this works for now anyway. Yeah, that's what it does, and then you gotta try to hook onto that somehow, and it sucks, but it is what it is. It works. But yeah, let's go park the tractor. Yep, now we're fixing our trailer a little bit. Our pump truck was stuck and we hooked the chain to here, tried to pull the pump truck out a little bit, and we ended up bending some of this bracket back here, so now we're just fixing it. Yeah, I'm gonna call that enough odd end jobs for today. So, as always, thanks for watching, guys.